Hey, what's up, everybody? They're doing another podcast with special guests. Introduce yourself.
What's up, y'all? My name's Trey Gregg, a.k.a. Trevor Wallace, a.k.a. The Great Messiah, a.k.a. Lil Dizzle. No, just playing.
Trevor Wallace, to keep it simple. Everybody, Aaron Michael Lewis, Paige, Sacrifice, Achieve, Grow, Exceed. Today, we're going to talk about the subject of family. So I'm going to let Trevor begin it, and then I'll be asking him questions, just getting feedback back and forth. But what we're really going to be discussing is how important family is to you, how it affects you through your life, positively and negatively. So I'm going to let Trevor take it away.
Yeah, man. We got a big family, you know. Grandma had 5 boys, 5 girls.
Just give him a rundown. That's why we do it live. It just makes it better. It's all genuine.
I don't know. Got about 18 cousins. 18, 19 cousins, something like that. Yeah. Big, man. Big.
How has family affected you thus far? How old are you?
27.
27. So at 27 years of age, what has family done for you, or how has it affected you in your life to this point?
I've been through a lot, you know. Mom moved me up to Placerville, a city called Placerville. And I didn't see part of my family for a while. That was kind of unfortunate. But, after a few years, we were able to come back to Sacramento and rekindle, an old flame with my family.
How has family affected you in a negative way? And it's okay. Like, this is, we spitball, talk it through, but I want them to, go through what they go through, but hear you say it. So maybe you're going to talk about a subject that somebody else is going through. Because family is very important. I'll give a rundown it really affects us daily. Every day, how we were brought up, we are the product of our environment. We are the product of how we were raised. And sometimes people have a sad story, some people have a positive story. Regardless, our stories help strengthen us and each other. So how has family affected you in a negative way?
We all go through our things, I was dealing with the abuse for a little bit, mental and physical. But I got out of that situation. I've grown to forgive, but not forget. But like anything that negative happens to you, like in family, it's like a learning experience. We're all human, we all make mistakes, whatever. But without I don't want to really bust out anyone's business, but when bad things happen, you just learn from them, and you just build off of it.
With the abuse part, how has it affected you as a person, and how have you grown from it, or do you still suffer, or do you still struggle through it?
I got a little bit of self-esteem issues, because of it. Growing up hearing, I'm worthless and, I don't matter, it takes a toll on you.
It doesn't. I think that's a subject a lot of people. Thank you, Trevor. I think that's a subject a lot of people, avoid really, because they don't want to talk about it, right? Mm-hmm. And it makes sense why they don't want to talk about it. So that's why I wanted to do it here, because a lot of people do think that they don't have any value, or a lot of self-esteem issues. They feel like they're not loved.
What's up, Dre?
And when you go through these things, because we talk about it so much, the mental strength mental discipline takes way more of a toll than physical. So thinking that you are not worth anything, you have no value. I mean, that's a bigger issue.
Mm-hmm.
And when people don't like talking about it because they feel like, oh, that's just everybody's family. Everybody's family is the same. I mean, no. So it's like it's good to get it out and discuss it. Obviously, everybody has their issues. And how have you tried to use the issues that you have with that, like, and improve upon it? Like, what have you done?
What have I done? You're pretty much asking what I've done to improve.
Yeah. I mean, maybe you haven't done anything yet, and those steps need to be taken. Maybe you have already started and you don't know, but it's a question you have to ask yourself. What have you done to get past that?
Yeah.
We're in San Francisco, Andre.
What I've done, I mean, yeah, I actually don't think I really have done anything. I don't know, I just been like applying myself, trying to be the best person I could be. But I mean, as far as fixing it, I never really did anything about it.
I mean, one of the discussions I feel like we've had numerous times is we often, a lot of people do it. What you just said, you have got involved in other things, take your mind off of it, but you haven't, faced yourself, and that's something that's huge. It's like you have to be able to face yourself, talk to yourself, love yourself, and if that's the missing gap, sometimes that's the first step people are too afraid to take because it's so easy to become obsessed with something else that's not the issue. So you find another passion, another love that you're avoiding the issue at hand. A lot of people go through that, not with just family, with other things, with love, whatever the case may be. And that's why we're doing this right now, like, of course, live. Thank you for everybody who's watching so far. So you can see that, right? Because when you say it out loud, you see it visually, it puts it in a different perspective. You just said it, you said, I don't even know if I've done anything to improve it. First thing you can do is you have to love yourself. You got to take care of yourself. That's so huge. It's very scary. I don't know, I couldn't tell you how you felt or what you've been through, because that's your story. And that hurts. So after asking that question, what do you think you should do? What do you want to do now to improve upon that situation?
I just want to pretty much build up my self-worth, pretty much. I want to, find a way to, love myself, actually, having a hard time right now, but I'm not really where I want to be right now, but I got to keep going one step at a time, and just take it day by day, man.
I feel like you said it perfectly, though. Like, nobody's perfect.
Yeah.
Whatever they're dealing with in life, to perfect their craft, to love somebody else, to do something, it is a day-by-day process, but you have to remind yourself that you actually have to do it, right?
Yeah.
Get a journal, write down goals and tasks, and daily goals, daily tasks, right? Because we often will forget about what we want to do, and we just brush off to the side again. And then we're stuck in the same spot we were before. We're still hurt, still suffering, still struggling. We're not writing down what we want. A small goal is still a goal achieved. And you do stuff, you travel, and you find you have so much fun, and you find peace in that and happiness in that. But it's so easy to find that because you're displacing yourself from your real life and reality. So you have to be able to find that adventure within yourself, but like it's a daily thing. You have to write it down. Everybody deals with it differently. And like I said, family's always a topic at the table. And it's crazy how everybody has different stories. So now that we've seen how it's negatively affects you, how is it positively affects you, like your family?
Oh, yeah. That's a little easier to speak on. Nah, man. I love all the ugly people in my family, man. I love them all. So many, there's so many people that you interact with, like peers, friends, coworkers, whatever. But none of them truly have your back like family does, and no one should ever take them for granted because they're just.
Give me an example how a family member has like positively affected your life?
Oh, well, I mean, you know, my parents, they've helped me out numerous times throughout college. You know, my Aunt Kathy, she brought me in under her wing. You know, your brother AJ, you guys have been really, like supportive. And my siblings and everyone else. It's just like when I'm with family, it's like I have a safe place. It's like a safe place, and I feel like that's really important.
We had a discussion about this yesterday. When often when people care about you or supportive of you, they don't really go about it the right way, right? It's like they're bombarding you, they're pressuring you to doing things you don't want to do, or saying things you don't really need to hear. You know they love you, saying that they think that you're amazing, all this stuff. I think it just comes down, to you, having that self-love. We had a very long discussion about it yesterday. Just go into more about that. Like, what are the things that, and you can say it, like the things that people show that does bother you.
Yeah, well, I mean, like I said earlier, I'm going through a lot right now. I'm having somewhat a little bit issues with my mental health, but it just feels like sometimes whenever I go to somebody to tell them, I'll just hear like, oh, it's either one or two things. It'll be one, oh, stop throwing yourself a pity party, or two, like, oh, it'll get better. And it's like, all right, yeah, well, I hope so. Like.
Yeah, I think that's crazy because some of the funniest people, energetic people, are some of the saddest people. Deep down, and people don't really take mental health seriously because Trevor, we all know you're probably the funniest person on earth.
Even though it's a little more serious right now.
Oh yeah, but they get to see the other side. But anybody that knows you, everybody tells you, everybody loves you, Trevor. I mean, you can hear that, but unless you love yourself, you're not going to believe that. Mm-hmm. So, and I think people a lot of just brush it off like, oh, Trevor will be okay because he's funny, he's having fun. They see you traveling, doing these things, so that's when they say you'll be better, it'll get better, blah blah blah. But they need to just be there for you, and that's hard, It is within itself. But I see it all the time. I think that's one of the biggest things in life that people kind of avoid is mental health and mental issues, and try to act like it's not serious. It's very serious. People don't, and they don't see that, how it affects you every day. Something as small as you getting late to work could bother you. It's a buildup of that. But like after you saying both sides, why do you think you struggle so much with it till this day? Because it's been going on for so long.
With my mental health?
Yes.
I do this. I have a problem with comparing myself to others. I see people my age, they're doing really well, and it's usually on social media, and like you can't really. That's the problem with social media. You can't go off what you see on social media because they're only posting the good stuff. But I'm having a hard time when I see people doing, really well, and we're the same age, and I'm just sitting here like, oh, what the hell am I doing with my life? Like, how come I'm not doing that yet? That really affects me. But I have to keep on reminding myself, like, oh no, it's, they're on Instagram showing all the good stuff. They never show the bad stuff.
And you made a solid point. They're only showing you, a part of their life, and that's what I feel like is a big issue. And that's what makes it harder for people to recover from mental health issues because they're able to put on this facade, this front, this filter of they have a wonderful life, and everybody thinks they have a wonderful life, but deep down they hurt. And that's why I wanted to start. That's why I brought this subject up with family, right? Because family's not just blood. We both know that. Family are the people that are there for you, and family's your support system. And with anything in life, that's what gets you through is that support system. but your support system can only go so far if you don't have love for yourself. Family, like you said, they're the people that are always there. You know you can rely on them, but like we discussed yesterday, it's got to start within here. So now that you said the negative part, the positive part, you're giving examples. What do you think? Like, let's go get a journal tomorrow. We'll get a journal tomorrow. Like, what would be your first 5 small goals you would write down to improve? Like, where would you start?
Well, one, I want to get my own place, which is currently in the process.
Great goal.
2, either get a raise at my current job or get a better job that pays more. 3, I want to start. I want to finish school. That's definitely on the list. And 4, I want to work on my credit score up.
One more.
One more goal. Let's see. I want to do some travel.
These are all great personal goals, right?
Yeah.
And each one of them require discipline, right?
Yeah.
The traveling, you have to save money. The credit, you have to manage money. The promotion, you have to do your job to your best ability. The house, be able to build credit, save money, all those other things. So it all requires discipline. Which each one of those, and when people don't realize, that's like one of my favorite things, which helped me with my issues. You know, like I'm not gonna, compare mine to yours, but I had a lot of issues too, dealing with my mental health. And the thing that helped me build it and strengthen it was discipline. I gave myself tests to discipline myself. So I gave myself small goals. It became bigger goals. And through each one, I showed myself how strong I was. I started to see my self-worth and how strong I was and who I was. So these small goals may seem very nonchalant and not big to you, but each one of them that you do, like what I said earlier, if you got to work on time, that's a goal that you achieve. You know what I'm saying? You got into school. That's a goal you achieved. You have to start looking at things that you did. Right? Nobody else did these things besides you. So those small goals can show you your self-worth. And then once you create bigger goals and you achieve those goals, that's the discipline building. And that's how you start it. But it all starts within you. And I do appreciate you opening up and just telling everybody about all your good and bad.
Yeah.
You guys got to see the other side of Trevor, not the goofball we all know and love. Will you want to say anything else before we wrap up? Send them out with a goodbye.
Well, want everyone to be the best they could be, man. Be good to each other. Be nice. Life's too short to hold grudges and just when you're mean, you're just having a sad life. So just be nice to everyone. God damn it. Yeah, man. Just be the best you could be.
I'm gonna end it with my favorite phrase, and the one I told him: we have to be able to face ourselves and embrace ourselves. Thank you guys for tuning in for another podcast. Thank you, Trevor.
Thank you.
Joining me here.
Thanks for having me.
No problem, my guy.
Yeah, even though I was pretty awkward.
No. But see, that's why I do it live, and I want to hear them to hear that too. We do it live because it doesn't give you time to rehearse. It doesn't give you time to, build something that's not real. It's all genuine. So everything you said just came out natural. And what people don't realize is you're going through something. You're helping other people. We're all helping each other. What you said in the end, you wanted to help other people. Be nice to each other. That's what we're here for. I'm glad that was a beautiful thing you said. Thank you all for tuning in. I'm actually doing another one tomorrow with my friend Yumi. I'm looking forward to that. But I do truly appreciate Trevor really taking the time to talk to me today. And you guys have a great day.
Peace, folks.